Hey guys, it's episode 4 today of Life with Borderline. Um, as you can see, I'm laying in bed doing this, and I'm actually using my phone. I'm really sorry, I'm a little lazy today. I kind of had a lot on my mind. Um, Something I'm not going to talk about yet till I have confirmation, but yeah. This week was okay. I've had better weeks. Nothing major. But this week's topic is my love life, which is quite an interesting topic. Now, the problem is talking about love is that do I talk about past? Do I talk about what's happening now? It's kind of a strange question. So, I'm actually going to talk about my last boyfriend and my current husband. Ooh, she's married. Surprise! So, my last boyfriend I had met online. And it was definitely, I guess you could say, I don't know if you would say intense, but I never had someone like actually be seriously interested in like me and like who I am and like made me feel like special. And he did. It was very strange. He would buy me gifts. He was just very, yeah. Now of course, as usual couples do, we fell in love. At least I think we did. And we were together for 2 years. Now, towards the, I would say year and a half, things kind of started going downhill. There wasn't like a catalyst to it. It just, things were just not good. I think it was a combination of both me and him, but there's certain things that stood out that he did that I think really kind of sent me going crazy. For example, he would make me feel guilty about everything. Like, if I did something wrong, I was guilty. And, I always had to accommodate him, not only, emotionally, but physically, both in bed and outside. Like, I would always have to go. He lived in a farther part of Montreal, and he would always make me drive there, and he would never, like, take the time to come see me or, like, come stay with me. It was, that was always a big issue. Finally, I would say it was November of 2012, he decided to move to Toronto. That was hard. And, I just noticed that our communication was like very, very little. Like, I would call him and he'd be like, I'm in class or, whatever, and just hang up. Yeah. And then I went to visit him, and it was just not such a great visit. He didn't even, when he picked me up from the train station, he didn't even seem that happy to see me. And, no, it just, then he just kind of ghosted me. He just stopped talking to me. There was no closure. There was no nothing. It was just done. That kind of sent me really over the edge. Very over the edge. I openly admit that I became like one of those crazy ex-girlfriends. I would call him at work. I would, message him and just, I guess you could say I was kind of harassing him. I dyingly needed that closure. And I still haven't gone in, and, I've kind of come to realize I'm never going to get it. During that time, I actually met my current husband. I also met him online. Actually, the same website I met that boyfriend I was just talking about with. My current husband, our relationship started out much differently. He was kind of a little annoying. I, really wasn't interested. He basically had everything I didn't want. But he just kept coming back, and, I sometimes don't even know where the whole thing happened, but, we fell in love, and he was the first guy I ever lived with, which was pretty interesting. you know, not going into like our whole love story, but he, I would say when my borderline kind of started to really come out, it seriously did and has affected our marriage. I would go into great mood swings, and, you know, I would, you know, just kind of make his life very difficult. I was paranoid, I was jealous, and he kind of did his own self-destructive things. I sometimes wonder if he still realizes what it means to have borderline. I think he's still kind of, I'm not going to say in denial, but kind of like doesn't always remember. You know, I thought I had more to talk about this topic, but this is not as easy as I thought. I may have to come back to this. But I will say this, that we are doing marriage counseling, which is really great. It's just hard because sometimes it's like you just want to be happy with somebody, and there's always something wrong, and that could be the borderline, that could just be my personality, you know, and I'm absolutely terrified now. It's kind of like, it's really funny. It's, you know, I wanted to get married so bad. I was so happy I'm married, and now I am absolutely terrified to get divorced. So it's almost like maybe getting married is not as sublime as everyone thinks, because a divorce has this stigma to it, and, you know, I'm terribly afraid of that. We're two very different people, which is a good thing, but it also has its negative connotation. I can't even speak today. It has its negative aspects. The real problem is we grew up in really different lives, like literally apples literally to oranges. He grew up very comfortable. I didn't. He kind of didn't have to deal with much responsibility. I did. And our families clashed so much. I'm already exhausted talking about this. I haven't really been feeling well lately. I've just been really tired, very lethargic. I don't know if it's actual physical thing or maybe it's an emotional thing, but I may have to come back to this topic because I'm just already exhausted talking about this. So, as I say, comment, like below, criticism welcome. Just remember I'm human. And I will come back to this topic. I apologize if this seems kind of like stupid or mumbo jumbo, but I will come back to this topic. Anyways, bye-bye.